Coach, at the end of the fourth quarter, obviously Angel and Nas had an opportunity to hit potential game-winning baskets. When Angel missed, obviously Ryan and Alicia were kind of there to console her. What was your message to Angel after she missed that shot?
I mean, we didn't run there was supposed to be one screen in there, and we kind of forgot the screen. But then Ryan, took the shot, and we told those two to, really.
Imagine the deafening sound of a metal locker room door being literally kicked off its hinges. Imagine the absolute chilling silence of a professional basketball team sitting in total shock as their head coach completely loses his mind, screaming at the top of his lungs. He is not just handing out a fine, he is not simply giving a stern warning. He is standing face to face with his supposed star player, tearing her entire legacy to absolute shreds and allegedly kicking her out her massive ego, and delivered a final verdict that sent absolute shockwaves through the entire sports world. And the subscribe button right now. Smash the like button to expose the truth, and brace yourself, because we are taking you directly inside the most explosive coaching meltdown in basketball history. To truly comprehend the sheer magnitude of this locker room massacre, we have to look at the horrifying contrast of what actually happened on the hardwood. This was supposed to be a showcase game. The television networks had been hyping this matchup for weeks. Millions of viewers tuned in to see a clash of the titans, but what they got instead was a brutal, completely one-sided reality check.
Get to the rim. They're just not prepared for it. She does it pretty effortlessly, and she finishes at a high clip as well. I've said it. I've been beating the drum. Caitlin Clark this season has showed that she is an elite 3-level scorer. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, before we get to the highlights, let's take a look at the box score. 95-91. Indiana Fever went into halftime down 4. Third quarter picks up a little bit. The fourth quarter, the Atlanta Dream. I don't want to use the word choke, but they choked bad. They choked bad. Alicia Gray won on an absolute rampage in the third quarter. But the Atlanta Dream scored only 9 points. And usually we're the team that only scores single digits in a quarter. Watching the Atlanta Dream crumble in the fourth quarter reminded me of a couple of those playoff games last year where as soon as they got a little bit of pressure, as soon as things got close, as soon as things got...
On one end of the floor, Caitlin experiencing a living nightmare. From the opening tip-off, her game was completely falling apart. She was forcing terrible shots, complaining to the referees after every whistle, and getting absolutely bullied in the paint. The frustration was visibly boiling over. The crowd could see it, the commentators could see it, and most importantly, her coaching staff could see it. Yet, despite her horrific performance, the basketball gods gave Angel Reese one final golden opportunity to redeem herself. With the clock ticking down to the final agonizing seconds, the game was on the line. A broken play resulted in the ball landing directly in Angel Reese's hands. She was standing mere inches from the basket, with no defender in sight. Caitlin Clark was completely on the other side of the court. All Reese had to do was elevate and softly lay the basketball off the glass to secure the victory and save her reputation. It was a shot that a middle school player could make with their eyes closed. She jumped, released the ball, and completely, utterly bricked it. The ball slammed violently against the underside of the rim and bounced away as the final buzzer echoed through the stunned arena. She didn't just miss a shot, she choked away the entire game in front of a record-breaking national television audience. The arena went dead silent for a fraction of a second before erupting into a chorus of brutal, mocking laughter. The cameras immediately panned to Caitlin Clark, who was walking off the court with a massive smirk, having just secured the victory and seemingly cementing her status as the undisputed queen of the league. But the real drama, the absolute nightmare scenario, had not even started yet.
This whole weekend's about Angel Reese. We got this story we're going to put out on ESPN.com, championing her as the greatest rebounder since Dennis Rodman. And then they tell the three stooges of the WNBA, hey, look, we don't care what goes on during the game. We have agreed this weekend we're celebrating Angel Reese come hell or high water. We don't care what Kelsey Mitchell does. We don't care what Caitlin Clark does. We don't care what Alicia Gray does or Ryan Howard or anybody. This is about Angel Reese. We're celebrating her. This was all staged. And then you look up at that graphic and it says 3 of 10, while the mouths are saying catalyst. That is not analysis. That is a protection racket. When the player says she's playing like SHIT and the network says superstar, somebody's lying. And it isn't the shooting percentage. Late regulation, game's tied, Howard misses the go-ahead 3. Reese is already there, board, body, rim, right in front of her. Game on her fingertip, daylight. She missed it again. Watch. Oh, we've already seen it. Yeah. Watch. Not the cartoon whiff from the first quarter. Different sin. This one carried the win in its pocket. She tried to clean it up, lost the next fight. Horn, overtime, Fever closed at 95-91.
As Angel Reese hung her head and walked toward the tunnel, the atmosphere shifted from embarrassment to pure dread. The Atlanta coach was already marching toward the locker room, his face completely pale with raw, unfiltered rage. Witnesses in the tunnel reportedly said the coach didn't even wait for the entire roster to sit down before the explosion began. The second Angel Reese walked through those doors, absolute hell allegedly broke loose. "You are a total fraud," the coach reportedly screamed, his voice echoing violently down the concrete hallway. This was not constructive criticism, it was the reaction of a coach who had seemingly reached his absolute breaking point. For months, the front office had reportedly protected Reese, tolerating the off-court drama, endless social media complaints, and alleged arrogance. But missing a completely uncontested, game-winning layup on national television was portrayed as the final nail in the coffin. The coach allegedly ripped into her and hit her where it hurt the most, the business side of the sport. "You didn't just lose us a basketball game tonight, you destroyed our entire organization," he reportedly roared, pacing frantically in front of the terrified roster. The coach pulled absolutely zero punches, directly blaming Angel Reese for allegedly causing the team's television ratings to plummet. He reportedly screamed that her toxic attitude and inability to back up her trash talk on the court had turned the franchise into a national laughingstock. Fans were supposedly turning off their televisions in disgust, sponsors were getting nervous, and the team was allegedly bleeding credibility. The coach pinned every ounce of that failure directly on Reese's shoulders. "Look at Caitlin Clark," the coach reportedly yelled, pointing a finger directly at Reese. "She is out there breaking records, bringing in millions of fans, and playing the game the right way. And you cannot even make an open layup when the entire season is on the line." The locker room was paralyzed, no one dared to breathe. Veteran players stared at the floor, seemingly terrified by the volcanic rage pouring out of their head coach. Angel Reese reportedly attempted to open her mouth, perhaps to offer an excuse about the lighting, her grip on the ball, or a phantom foul the referees had missed. But the coach allegedly shut her down instantly with a final, devastating blow that, according to the story, would echo through basketball history forever.
Will echo in basketball history forever.
Yeah, we remember that. We remember that. And guess what? Angel Reese couldn't even make a damn layup to win the game. And I'm telling you right now, this is hella funny. Oh my God, this is super funny. This is more funnier than the video of the guy pretending to be Angel Reese. I mean, she literally hit the floor, put her hands over her head. Sorry, guys. Hit the floor, put her hands over her head like, oh my God, I messed up. Yeah, you messed up real bad, Angel. Real bad. But let's pull up the meme right now and let me show y'all this. So DraftKings was the one who reposted this. They said Caitlin Clark laughing at Angel Reese, bruh, after the Angel Reese missed layup to win by a buzzer beater. The rivalry is definitely still alive, bruh. And I'm here to tell you, this is the face of defeat. I'm telling you right now, Angel Reese is defeated. And one thing I always tell you guys, y'all should know this. The internet will give it, and the internet will damn sure take it away. Y'all ever heard of saying, at this moment, you knew you messed up? This is the look Angel Reese had on her face. At this exact moment, she knew she's gonna be the laughingstock of the basketball world for the next 48 hours. And that's exactly what happened. And it was so bad, Angel Reese did not speak to reporters after the damn game.
Let's take me through that fourth and overtime. They outscored 31-19. What changed in that at the end of the game?
Wait, can you repeat that?
At the end of the game, they outscored you 31-19 in the fourth and overtime. What was the difference in the game, you believe, at that point?
I feel like we fought hard. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like we just came up short tonight.
This question's for either of you all. When you face a team like this, obviously 4 times, you could potentially see them again in the playoffs. I guess what would you say you can kind of take away from a loss like this?
That we're right there. And I know tonight didn't go the way that we wanted to, but we had some plays down and we showed some fight. And I think although we didn't get the win, I think there's some promise that we know that we can beat a team like that if we have a full team together, but even with the team we had tonight.
He didn't just bench her, he ended her. 13:0013 minutes, pack your bags right now. Clean out your locker, the coach demanded, music, his voice dropping to a cold, terrifying whisper. 13:12 minutes, 12 seconds, you are done. 13:16 minutes, 16 seconds, you are never putting on this jersey again. As long as I am the head coach of this franchise, you are completely banned from this facility. The words hung in the air like a death sentence. 13:27 minutes, 27 seconds. The coach had officially fired his supposed star player on the spot. The decision was final, immediate, and completely irreversible. He confirmed to 13:36 minutes, 36 seconds the entire roster that Angel Reese was out forever. Her ego had written checks, her actual basketball skills could no longer. 13:43 minutes, 43 seconds cash, and the bank had officially foreclosed on her career. As the news of this absolute locker room massacre 13:50 minutes, 50 seconds begins to leak to the press, the entire WNBA landscape has been completely shattered. Caitlin Clark is ascending to 13:57 minutes, 57 seconds legendary status, having played a flawless game of basketball while completely breaking the mental fortitude of her biggest rival without even saying 14:0614 minutes, 6 seconds a single word. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is officially jobless, exiled by her own coach, and carrying the permanent stain 14:14 minutes, 14 seconds off the most embarrassing choked layup in the history of the sport. The contrast is staggering. One player focused on greatness, the other focused on drama. 14:24 minutes, 24 seconds, and tonight, the sport of basketball delivered its final brutal judgment. I need to hear from you guys in the comments section right now. Did the 14:33 minutes, 33 seconds coach go way too far by completely banning Angel Reese from TH? He didn't just bench her, he ended her. Pack your bags right now. Clean out your locker, the coach allegedly demanded, his voice dropping into a cold, terrifying whisper. You are done. You are never putting on this jersey again. As long as I am the head coach of this franchise, you are completely banned from this facility. The words reportedly hung in the air like a death sentence. According to the story, the coach had officially fired his supposed star player on the spot. The decision was portrayed as final, immediate, and completely irreversible. He allegedly confirmed to the entire roster that Angel Reese was out forever. Her ego had written checks that her actual basketball skills could no longer cash, and, according to the narrative, the bank had officially foreclosed on her career. As news of this alleged locker room massacre began leaking to the press, the entire WNBA landscape was portrayed as completely shattered. Caitlin Clark was supposedly ascending to legendary status after playing a flawless game of basketball while seemingly breaking the mental fortitude of her biggest rival without saying a single word. Meanwhile, Angel Reese was portrayed as jobless, exiled by her own coach, and carrying the permanent stain of the most embarrassing missed layup in the history of the sport. The contrast was staggering, one player focused on greatness, the other focused on drama. And tonight, the sport of basketball delivered its final, brutal judgment. I need to hear from you guys in the comments section right now. Did the coach go way too far by allegedly banning Angel Reese from the team forever, or did she supposedly deserve to be fired after destroying the team's ratings and missing that embarrassing game-winning layup? And what does this mean for Caitlin Clark now that her biggest rival has allegedly been erased from the league? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this conversation is exploding. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single update on this massive scandal. And obliterate the like button if you think Caitlin Clark is the undisputed GOAT. Team forever? 14:37 minutes, 37 seconds. Or did she absolutely deserve to be fired after destroying the team's ratings and missing that embarrassing game-winning layup? And what does this 14:46 minutes, 46 seconds mean for Caitlin Clark now that her biggest hater has been completely erased from the league? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because this 14:54 minutes, 54 seconds conversation is exploding. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single update on this massive scandal. 15:0215 minutes, 2 seconds. Obliterate the like button if you think Caitlin Clark is the undisputed GOAT.